Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to start up your Airbus 320 from within FSLABS or any other sort of Airbus 320 that you might have in the flight sim world, for as long as it's kind of reliable and close to the real thing. This video is how to start up the engines of your flight of your 320 using APU power. Alright, I'm not gonna get into consideration whether you have just set up your flight plan or anything like that. Let's just say that you just sit down on your plane and you just wanna start those engines out. So several things to consider. First thing, you need to have your parking brake set or have your chocks, whatever happens, the best, because you need to be stopped. Basically, you need to make sure that the plane is static and it's not moving anywhere around. Your throttles must be set to idle. Your engine master switches should be off, and your engine ignition selector should be in normal position. Besides that, a few items to consider. If you have your fuel pumps switched off, make sure to switch them on, because the APU and subsequently the engines are gonna need some juice. They're gonna need some fuel, and that's the only way to provide the juice. So just make sure that you enable those fuel pumps. Now, one thing, before starting the APU, you need to make sure that the APU is not gonna get on fire. So you'd better test the fire systems for the APU and the engines for that purpose. If you haven't done it so far till this moment, you better start thinking about doing it now. So what you do is you just press the test button. You hear the chime and you see both the fire extinguisher lights and the bottle discharge light coming back up. That means that the APU is ready to, the APU fire extinguishers are gonna start to kick in case that there isn't a fire in the APU. Same thing would go for the engines. Engines are fine. Like I said, this should have been done earlier on the cockpit preparation, but just in case you haven't done it yet, it's good if you do it right now. So, something that you do, beacon, you need to set it on. Not necessarily, sorry. Just leave it as it is. Yeah. So, first thing first, let me bring out this displays over here. All you need to do is, first of all, start the APU master switch. It's going to open up some sort of flap, some sort of little flap, which is in the tail of the plane, in the lower tail, in the lower part. It's a little compartment it's a little door, a little hinge that opens up and lets all the intake for the APU to come in. That's basically the intake of the APU. So once that flap is open, you see a message saying the flap is open, and then you can just proceed with the start. You hit the start, and then you will see N1 rotation. As long as you have N1 rotation, you will get some EGT, you will get some temperatures increase, and you just let the thing go up and start. Once you get over there, and eventually you will get the power, you will see a message saying that you get APU available. And once you get APU available, you will see a generator coming back up in green. The generator will provide you with 115 volts, 400 hertz, and some bleed, some PSI, some air, some pressured air that would allow you to both bleed the packs and the air conditioning systems, as well as the engines for the engine start, which is what we wanted to do now. So the APU is basically starting up. We're just waiting. Doesn't take that long. And here you go. You get the available message, you get the APU available message on the ECAM. So now all you need to do is basically turn on the APU bleed button. With this, all the air that is coming through the APU is going to be depleted all across the bleed ducts of the plane, and they will go to the packs. You will see pack 1 coming back, and then pack 2 is going to come up eventually. But also, as you can see on the diagram, the pressured air, the bleed air, is going to go straight to the engine. So, in this config now, you turn on the beacon on, and you go back to the engine mode selector, select ignition start, the air from the APU will be withdrawn from the packs and directly straight to the engines. You can see it over there, and then you go and start engine number 2. Eventually you will see N1 and N2 rising. As long as the turbine starts rotating and there's no fuel flow, there will be air coming in that will cool down the engine a bit. You see this, but once you have fuel flow, the temperature will increase, which is logical because you will start having combustion. You just let the whole engine to do its own thing. This is fully monitored by the FADEX, so you don't have to do anything. Just monitor the thing just in case it goes bananas. There's an overhead or something, but this is all done by the plane itself. So you hear the relays, you get the available message, and that means that this engine is completely autonomous. It's self-sufficient. It provides engine, and it supplies voltage, electrical power, and bleed. Now you do the same thing with engine number 1. You go for an engine number 1. You will see rotation in N1 and N2 eventually. N1, N2 goes up, and same thing as with engine number 2. The temperature will drop until you have fuel flow. Once you have fuel flow, the temperature will rise. There you go. Temperature is coming up. You have to make sure that you get oil pressure. Don't worry about these messages because I haven't set up a flight plan. So it's basically telling you that the pressurization systems don't know where you're at and where you're going to. Therefore, it cannot control the pressure of the cockpit by itself, and that's what they're telling you, that you need to set it up to manual. But disregard that. You don't. This will not happen. You won't see this if you have fully prepared a flight plan. So with this, you have both engines powered up. You just set the engine mode selector back to normal. Once you have the engine selector back to normal, you can disconnect the APU bleed, because now you don't need it anymore. Eventually the air bleed from the engines will kick in and will be transferred straight to the packs, and now you can switch off the APU. The APU will undergo a cooldown process. It's not gonna shut itself down immediately, and at the same time you will also want to switch to disconnect your external power, because like I said, you're fully functional, and the plane is actually providing you electricity and power through the engine, so you don't need this anymore. Now, if you want, let's put the APU on the systems display so you can monitor this, but this is gonna take like 1 minute or 1.5 minutes before it starts cooling down. So let us remove the GPU. To do that, you go to the MCDU menu, go to options, you go to external controls, and you disconnect the GPU. And by the way, now we're seeing how the APU is shutting itself down. It's accelerating, it has shut itself down, it's just stopping by itself, temperature is dropping, and once it's fully stopped, the flap will close itself down automatically. You don't have to worry about that. You definitely don't wait for the flap open message to be completely closed. You don't wait for that. You just continue the workflow. But anyway, these are the usual workflows to follow up once you want to start up your engines using the APU. I hope you find this video informative. I hope you like it. You can write down some comments below. I'm just new into this YouTube thing, so if you have something to tell me, if you think that there's something that can be improved, do not hesitate, just tell me something, write it over the comments. Hit the subscribe button if you like, press the like button if you like it as well. You know the drill. Alright, so for now I don't have anything else to tell you guys, so have a good one. Peace out. Bye.